Hey guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. Going to do a painting today before bed, but right now I'm going to have a beer review time because why not? Okay, the question is what beer to review. I've got the glass. I've got the beers. However, the only thing I don't want to do right now is a coffee beer, just in case. There's been a lot of times I've been trying to sleep before work, and I just, even technically without coffee, just roll and roll and roll. So let's see if we can find something to kind of slake the thirst, calm me down, put me to sleep. I think I have a beer for that. Right here. Okay. It's the 20th. Dogfish had higher math. Let's see. Dogfish had craft brewed ales. Higher math, a golden ale brewed with chocolate and sour cherries. 17% alcohol by volume. There you go. That's a nice one. And basically, it's a anniversary ale for their 20th anniversary, I believe. It's celebrating 20 years of off-centered year. Celebrating 20 off-centered years with our luscious chocolate cherry birthday cake in liquid form. And the beer, one of the beer bell beers. So thank you very much. Let's give it a go. I've never seen this before. Raining on Your Parade, I believe, let me know that this was a mess, booze bomb mess, crazy kind of thing, fresh, but a couple years on it, and it made it amazing. This is from 2015, so right now we got 8 years on it. It should be pretty cool. Let's go. Let's do it, shall we? Now we're going to use the 4-score glass. This is not a. This is the barrel series glass. This isn't a barrel aged ale. This isn't barrel aged, but we're going to give it a. We're going to throw it in here anyway. There it is. Looks luscious. Looks like a beautiful old ale or a barley wine right there. Awesome stuff. Considering it is a golden ale, it looks very, very dark. So, cheers. Thank you. Wow. That smells like when I smelled this, it almost reminded me of, was it Fred from Hair of the Dog? That kind of smell. Vinous. Yeah, that sour cherry note is adding to that vinous quality for sure. Like a sherry, almost like a nice dry sherry. Soft, roasty, toasty tonalities. I want to say there's a hint of something that reminds me of almost the marmalade, but without that orange coming up, and then like wildflower honey. Coffee. There's like a soft, roasty tonality to it. Kind of a raisin date fig kind of vibe going in there. A little bit of like a stewed fruit. Almost, there's something in there that reminds me, kind of that coriander vibe, but almost, coriander clovey. A little bit of that in there without, not overtone, but there's some dark herbaceousness in there, some kind of spices. Like rose hip stuff. I mean, it smells really dark and boozy. So let's get into it. Cheers. Yeah. That cellared mustiness is kind of like there. It's dank. It's a dark beer. Oh, and there it is. Wow. You know what? I love the fact that that vinous quality's there. There's nuances of that vinous cherry, but it's not a cherry, a tart cherry bomb. I was hoping it wasn't, and it's not. There's a lot of burnt sugars. There's a lot of that sugarless baker's chocolate, like sticky toffee kind of vibes going on in this. There's a little bit of that wildflower honey vibe going on, mixing in with that tart cherry. There's, again, that baker's chocolate's all through here, mixing in with that nice brightiness. White black pepper vibes, coriander vibes, a hint of it, very subtle. Mixing in with like a nutty clove. This beer doesn't feel dead. Has a little bit of something still wafting around the palate. A lot of ethanol alcohol breathing through this beer, bringing stewed fruit, and then of course that cherry with it. It does remind me of an old ale. Very boozy old ale, but an old ale. It does definitely have that. Oh, now here comes all the muck that was in the bottom. Just came out with it too. Yeah, it definitely has that hair of the dog kind of vibe to it. Right there. Wow. That tart cherry juice is still there, and it kind of comes around the side of your palate, kind of is sneaking in on me. I can feel it more and more as I drink it. It gives you almost a pucker. But there's a lot of now I wouldn't say chocolate cake. That's where I think this is a little bit of a screwed up thing. This isn't a chocolate cake with cherries on it, you know what I mean? But it's a beautiful kind of like a fig, what's they called, a fruit cake vibe with tart cherry mixed together. Dark, a lot of burnt toffees, burnt sugars, caramels, bakeless sugars, sugarless baker's chocolate. Maybe even a nuance of dark chocolate now and again, all kind of wafting together. I was going to take that dark chocolate away a little bit, but sugarless baker's chocolate. Sugarless baker's chocolate. Yes. Is that a chocolate cake? No. This is 8 years old now, so a lot of the sweetness that was there initially has been attenuated, so it's even boozier probably. Not a lot, but boozier. I'm surprised of just how easy drinking this beer is, though. It is really easy drinking. There's still a little bit of life left in the old girl, which is nice. It's a very interesting beer. Off-centered. I like this one. I definitely like it. I think the best way to buy this one would have been the 4-pack, as he did, because put one away and put them all away and then drink one fresh just to try it, and then the other 3 every 5 years or so. So if that's what he did, kudos, because that's basically what I would have done with this too. Is because I've had the Worldwide Stout. And I've had the Worldwide Stout Old. That one just doesn't seem to do anything for me. It's 19%. Yeah, that's cool. That's about it. Even old. It doesn't really do anything for me. This beer, however, I have to believe that it has changed quite a bit from when it was fresh. And it's a good beer. It's a good beer because like I said, it gives me that vibe that not many beers do, that hair of the dog vibe. And not as refined as like a Thomas Hardy ale or anything like that, but it's the same time of just it's a nice beer. It's a nice beer. It's a nice sipper. That's why I like beers like this that are huge beers that are great for aging, for a anniversary beer. There's some breweries that were doing like a Mexican lager for their anniversary beer. Okay, yeah, put that down because you want to have it 10 years later. No, you don't. That's why you brew beers for your anniversary, so you can have one of them on your next centennial and things like that. This one will last until they hit their next 20. That's the whole point. They could pull one of these out and have the beer for their 40th anniversary that they brewed for their 20th. I mean, that's the point. So, anyway, I digress. I like this beer. It's very different. I don't think everyone's going to get into it. I don't know the availability. I've never seen it before, so I don't know how many of these are lingering around the world. But for what it is, I like it. It's definitely not the craziest or dynamic or this or this or this or this. But for what I'm drinking, I'm enjoying it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'm going to give this one an 8.5. So an 8.5 for the Higher Math from Dogfish Head. Their 20th anniversary beer. Kudos. Kudos to the next 20. Paul for PABrewNews. Thanks. Cheers. Bye-bye. Watch that finger. Here it comes.